Any luck finding that lute? That's the thing. He was a friendly bard, but you big people have your vices. It's even worse when you mix them together. One night, my friend got drunk and gambled away our lute, with me still inside. You don't think he did it on purpose, do you? You're probably right. People do tend to forget about me. Sometimes that's good, and sometimes that's bad. This time, it was really, really bad. Bye, Ifrei. I must sound rather daft. I suppose I should start from the beginning. You see, like spriggans, we're born from the trees, and in many ways, we're bound to them. Sadly, one day when I was out gathering food, a bolt of lightning fell from the sky and split my home in two. But the lightning started a fire. I couldn't move to another tree because there were no trees left, save a small stump. So I crawled inside its roots and cast an old spell we use to escape fires. It puts you to sleep for a long time until the day the forest recovers. Only when I woke up, there wasn't a forest, there was a city. Yes, a military outpost built by the Empire, and worse yet, one made of stone. By then, my life was fading. I had used up every last bit of magic left in that stump. I was scrambling into every room, looking for a piece of the forest. But the chairs, tables, and floors, almost all the wood came from faraway lands.
Что ты сделал?
I nearly panicked. I thought I was going to die. But then, suddenly, I heard the most beautiful music fill the halls of the tavern. And there it was, sitting in the corner, was this Bosmer, strumming a lute as red as the sunset in Woodhearth. It came from the same wood as the forest. No, not just my forest, but my tree. I don't know how or why, but when I crawled inside it, I felt like myself again. And lucky for me, the bard who owned it was kind enough to let me stay. Yes, about that, I'd prefer not to say, as the whole thing is rather embarrassing. Let's just say that hag you killed will attract a lot of food. Well, think of us as tiny little spriggans with flesh, or if you prefer, tiny little people made of twigs. That's not a very good explanation, is it? All right, then.
It's fairly blasphemous for a Bosmer to chop wood. To that I say, don't ask for permission, ask for forgiveness. I'm a jack of all trades and a master of none. I'm good with a bow, but I can't say I'm great. I know a few spells, but I don't know enough. What I can provide is effort. Some will call it bravery, others will call it foolishness, but no one will ever say I didn't give you my all. Officially, I play what the patrons ask me to play. Unofficially, well, let's just say I'm not so good with the lyrics to certain songs. Aggression, oppression, who knows what these words really mean? Certainly not a poor, uneducated bard who only speaks in melody.
Мне было хотелось кое-что послушать.
That sounds like a splendid idea, but first we'll need to fetch my lute. And not the one the Thalmor confiscated. That was a shoddy replacement. Yes, I'm rather partial to it. Unfortunately, the harlot left me for another set of hands, which is another way of saying I gambled it away. No, it's actually much, much worse. I'm a romantic. The gambling just comes with the territory. She's the only one that puts up with my fingers. Truth be told, I'm barely half a bard without her. Why indeed? In life, I find the biggest risks net the biggest rewards. Besides, I still have an ace up my sleeve. I lost it to a bandit chief in a game of Iron Hearts. Clever, right? When you gamble with bandits, you don't have to win your things back. You just find the nearest jarl and ask for the bounty. That's the problem. Bandits are a nomadic lot. Although this one was an orc, so that should narrow our search. But rather than raid every bandit camp from here to High Rock, it's best to look in places where the mead flows and the people dance. Because if I know my lute, she always finds a merry home.
Покажу тебе, как дерется настоящий орк.
Сделайте же что-нибудь!
Только глупец может бороться со мной. Амон!
Greetings, fellow Outlander. If you've come here seeking refuge, then you're welcome to stay. Just stay away from the roof. There's a nasty barbarian who lives up there that'll beat your face uglier than a Nord family portrait. Not at all. Dravus keeps to the roof and I stay downstairs. I've convinced him that's the safest place for him to hide. Of course, sometimes I can't help it if some greedy snowbird ambushes me and runs up the stairs. Dravus has killed more than a dozen whiteskins this week. Riften should send us some boon for cleansing their hold of criminal scum. Nonsense! I love those blonde-haired billies, with their pale skins and vapid eyes and beards that smell like wet fur. And those accents. Oh, those accents. Who wouldn't want to talk to someone who sounds like they have a drum stuck up their nose? Enough of you. Perhaps you want to head upstairs after all. A Nord lover like yourself may find the view of this barbaric wasteland scenic.
I do hope you're enjoying the party. Oh, I did. I was once a member of the Kinvil caste, roaming the Deadlands in search of things to destroy. Yet it all changed when I was summoned to the mortal plane, not by a conjurer, but by a man carrying a large staff shaped like a rose. And this old man, he wanted me to crush bandits. Something about his son being killed and molested or beaten to death by them. Real boring stuff. Only these bandits didn't fight like bandits, didn't look like him either, and they all owned wine cellars. I started getting these weird tingly feelings, what mortals call free will. Sure, it went against everything I had ever been taught or stood for, but I was tired of learning and wanted to sit down. So I slew the old man, only to see him rise up out of the ground all shiny, like some sort of skin wraith filled with gold. Turns out his name wasn't Old Man after all. It was Sanguine, and he offered me a beer. Exactly. Sanguine wanted me to betray him so I could betray myself. It's all rather simple if you don't think about it. I'm not clear on what the rules regarding Daedric princes and their subjects are, but what is clear is that Sanguine cares not for rules. I live how I want, which is what he demands. To make love, not war. Only making love isn't as easy as, say, baking a pie. It's more like baking two pies, when you only have room for half a bun. So to wash down both pies you have to drink. Ale, beer, mead, and wine. And exactly in that order. Drinking's more fun when you do it alphabetically. In any case, that's what serving under Sanguine's like. Only everyone's naked. Well, of course, everyone starts out clothed. It's no fun being naked otherwise. The kind where you have a seat, drink some wine, and enjoy the view. When you wish to leave, the invisibility potion on the table will allow you to slip past a bathroom unnoticed. Or, you may seek to confront him and convince him of his folly, although I would advise against it, as he's not the most pleasant person to talk to. When he gets real ornery, his voice will yell the sort of expletives that make horses stand on their back legs and the bards forget their lyrics. Moons plummet from the sky, and seas will boil with such fury, they'll have to create a new divine to explain the phenomenon. Rabbits will forget how to fornicate, the clouds will forget how to rain, and Ragnar will find his head just to cover his ears. With a single rant, poor Bothru can accomplish all these things, yet he can't bring himself to smile. Some sort of party? Are you trying to make me angry? Are there not spirits to drink? Ladies to dance with? Orcs? If this isn't a party, I'd like to attend the parties you go to and bow to the person who throws them. Why else? The man hates fun. It's a disease that inflicts a lot of folks who don't worship Daedra. To them, fun is like encountering a cave bear. It looks warm and fuzzy, but it'll rip your head off and use your neck as a waste bucket. To them, fun is like finding inventive ways to kill yourself. To that I say, death is a small price to pay.
Это еще почему?
Well, fun can expand to a great many things. Fun can be taking a bath in a cauldron of warm mead, or eating sweet rolls off a tavern wench's bosom. Fun can be riding your horse down a mountain, or pushing it off one if you prefer. Fun can be killing 7 bandits or corrupting 1 priest. Whatever it is, and whatever you're doing, the only question that's important is this. Are you having fun? And tell me the answer to that, and I'll tell you whether or not you should kill yourself. That we are, that we are. I'm surprised everyone still has their clothes on, but it's early yet. Off to get good and drunk, are you?
You came down the steps. What happened up there? How did you manage to survive? Cheery. What an oblivion has gotten into that fool. He's not supposed to have a personality, and you're not supposed to be alive. In fact, you were up there for some time. So what exactly did Dravus tell you? Whatever it is, I'll have you know my conscience is clear. I was at the Bee and Barb in Riften having a drink when I met a man by the name of Sam Gwavine. When I told him of my plan to rid the world of snow apes, he offered to help. But first he wanted to play a game. If I managed to solve his riddle, he told me, he would provide me with a powerful weapon to attain my goal. With nothing to lose, I accepted his challenge. In the end, the riddle proved rather easy to solve. What stands on 4 legs in the morning, 10 legs during the day, and is stood upon at night? Correct. More precisely, a Khajiit thief. It crawls on all 4s as a kitty, stands on its toes as it attempts to steal your coin purse, and dies a worthless rug under your feet. Sam handed me a scroll. He said that if I used it, I could summon a bound Dremora to this realm for an indefinite amount of time. I wasn't sure if I believed him, but it wasn't something I could try in the middle of a crowded city, so I headed west to this watchtower. There were a couple of orc bandits guarding the entrance. I decided they would make a good test for my Dremora. I'm not sure. I ran for cover as soon as I summoned him. I couldn't risk getting hit by a stray arrow. Instead, I waited for an hour and returned to find the orcs gone, no doubt dispatched by their Dremora. As for Dravos, I found him on the roof, celebrating his kill with a drink. I found it a bit suspicious, but it made no difference to me, so long as he killed the snow monkeys I sent upstairs. Only now am I starting to wonder. What? You mean to tell me it isn't just you? Every single one of those bearded hawkers I've sent him is alive? No, impossible. This is the only exit to the watchtower. You're a liar, stranger. You're the one not to be trusted.
Fight me, you horror. You're going to need a bigger weapon than that.
Приготовься к смерти!
Ifri, protect us! Sorry, my friend, but you just aren't good enough. A wood elf living near a sawmill. I can just see Yifri shaking her head in shame. That she did, and in good shape, all things considered. Granted, I don't know much about Dremora, but I've never pictured them to be musically inclined. In any case, should I play a song? It seems fitting, given where we are. Understood. Just tell me when the time is right.
Что-то не так?
Well, I have to admit I haven't been entirely honest with you. You helped me find my lute, and for that I'm eternally grateful. The problem is there seems to be something missing. Or rather, someone. That's right. And I don't mean a pet dragonfly or something like that. I mean a real person. Just a really tiny one. You may not know this, but there's all sorts of weird creatures in Valenwood. Well, you call them weird. We just call them creatures. Ever read A Dance in Fire? She's sort of like the mimics that live in the trees. Except that she has legs and a brain. And she's still alive? Ha! And here I thought I was the lucky one. Still, she won't last long without the lute. We should hurry. The bow plays the music of the forest, and the
Следуй за
wind
мной.
is
Мне
its
нужна твоя
conductor.
помощь.
As you wish, this life is yours to command. The trees are different in Skyrim. It takes a while to get your footing, but the real problem is the spacing. Not even the birds can make that leap.
Thanks for taking care of that hag. I don't know what she had planned,
So this is
but
where you've been
judging... Hiding? Do you even remember what you did?
My apologies, my lady. It was a joke, and in poor taste. The truth is, I made a mistake, and I'm here to make amends.
Oh, well, I guess that makes it okay. Although, not really. Did you at least find the loot?
I did, thanks to my faithful companion over here.
You two are companions.
That's right, at least until I gamble her away.
That's not funny. You're always teasing people.
I'm sorry, it's just easy because you make such a big fuss.
Most size jokes. Well, in any case, Damon's always been picky about his partners, so I'm glad he's found one he likes. The enchantment is tied to a song, but my voice is a little rusty. Could you, have our friend play the lute? I don't want to torture you with my singing.
Don't be so hard on yourself. But if it helps, I'll play a song. What shall it be?
Well, this is kind of embarrassing, but how about the spring song? It's the only one I remember the lyrics to.
That's a good choice. Let's play.
With autumn wind comes winter cold. With winter snow comes spring. Beneath the snow, the grass does sleep, too soon awake again. Mifril, it worked!
Was there ever any doubt?
But now I feel sort of lonely. How will I talk to my new friend if I'm stuck inside here?
Oh, I'm sure she'll have me bring you out if she wants to chat. So I guess we have a new member in our party. Hopefully you won't mind if I bring her along. She won't be much use in battle, or work as a pack mule, but that's why you have me. Eyes on the hunt. Alright, let me just bring her out.
Oh, all the time. Sometimes I'll even tap the wood or hum the melody while he plays. But I don't want to scare anyone. They might think his lute is haunted. Or, worse yet, someone might try to steal it. Lots of people, necromancers and, mostly just necromancers, but they're scary enough. All right, goodbye.
I think that conversation went well. Let me know if you want to do it again. Forests protect us.